and then he wanted that to be attended. And well, safety of the players is paramount important, and I'm sure referee stopped because of that.
So second scrum in as many minutes. We have Kandy Sports Club, who had a nice solid platform. CH haven't tried to shove them off the ball yet. Wickramarachie waiting for it to come to his feet. But that's a good scrum by Havlocks. They have exerted a little bit of pressure on the Candi front row, and two new faces in that Candi front row at the start, Viraj Konabarachi and Kenula Hettiarachi, in their first starts of this season. So they will be tested, the young hooker and the young prop on the tight head side. Up against Abdullah Faiz on the tight head side for Havelock Sports Club, and of course the Centurion, Azmir Fajuddin, Fajja to his mates. What an honor it is to put on a single club's jersey for 100 times. But often we see that in modern rugby, but Fajuddin certainly is an outlier. The scrum wheels, unfortunately for the hand Wickramarachie, but he still picks up nicely. And it's not a good pass from Kamidu Pereira to Akash Madhushankar. But they will come back for Nisal Pereira, losing his bind in the scrum. Kamidu Pereira got outside Visesio quite easily there. And Candi not wasting any time. Hirusha Sampath's boot, they are confident with it, and they will go for 3 SW.
Yeah, I think that's the right call, to see that you disturb the scorers early morning and have your tails up. 3 points is better than having no points. And that's a good call, and then he can have the test of your windy conditions too.
Yes, they are playing with the wind, so they will be happy to take these points if they are on offer. Hirusha Sampath has added a lot of scoreboard pressure since he moved into the team at number 15. And that's a good kick from him, but not good enough as the assistant referee's flags stay down. But once again, that diagonal breeze blowing from top of your screen, on the right-hand top of your screen to the bottom left of your screen, did take the ball slightly away from the left-hand upright. And Havlocks will breathe a sigh of relief, and Samuel Madhuwanta will keep this dropout nice and low, I would think. Straight into the hands of the dangerous Kamidu Pereira. Puts the chip kick in. And it's Madhuwanta who rolls into some contact. Ball is available though for Mohammad Rifan, who's yet to touch the ball in the 6th minute of the game. Udara Lakshan has been doing a lot of the unforgiving tight work for Havlocks in this season, 25-26. Samuel Madhuwanta, it's taken back. And back in the pocket was Surya Bandara. Chooses to return the favor, Suri. And that's not a good collection from Steven Sivaraj. Akash Madhushankar will play on. Still a knock-on advantage. Nicely done by Javier. Surya Bandara with a nice ball, but it bounces into the hands of Hirusha Sampath. Not very accurate there. Surya Bandara again. The hand Wickramarachie cutting against the grain. And that's been knocked on this time, but nicely cleaned up by Tiruna Bandara. And just a little bit of over-eagerness by Udara Lakshan that time, giving away another penalty.
Yeah, for a moment, Shanaka, I thought he didn't see it, the referee, but he was cool and calm at that time, and Kandy Sports Club should repeat the attempt at the goal. As you can see it, he had the iron out for a penalty advantage there.
That was an interesting one, though, SW, since we are both rugby law nerds. What was the offside call for?
He called for the threes in front of the hindmost foot.
Okay.
That was the call.
This time he gets it right, Hirusha Sampath, and draws first blood for the table leaders. They will be trying their level best to make sure that they get bragging rights at the top of the table, and also a chance, of course, to play that all-important grand final up in Nittavala. That's what they're playing for here. They'll need the bonus point, but they will also first need the win. Hirusha Sampath, I'm sure his cousin is watching. Samuel Madhuwantha gets this one right, straight into the hands of Dinale Ekanaika. Havlocks now for the first time inside the opposition half and get the penalty. So it's been a few penalties given away by the teams early on. Referee Shimzu making sure he stamps his authority on the game to make sure that they know how he is going to blow.
And Shanaka, and also the continuation of the team that scores drops the guard and concedes a penalty or concede their position, advantageous position to the opponents. I thought that Havlocks should have gone for the 3 points.
Not sure they're really confident in Samuel Madhuwantha anymore, SW, because he has missed a few. And they're confident with their line out, so they will go to Trinetra Dorangoda. And Fajuddin, so such a familiar sight at the back of this Havelock Mall. Tirina Bandara does well, and Fajuddin has to break away. It's a tackle now, so Bandara has to leave it. Straight to ground goes the attacking Johnny Fernando, the skipper, barking instructions to his mates. But he's met well by Tarindu Chaturanga, who is a tackling machine as the skipper of Candi. Udara Lakshan now needs some help and gets it from Udesh Madhushankar. Havelock still going, but they're going mainly sideways. Thinks about the pass, makes it in the end, and once again, Vavala Pandita with an important spot tackle. Use it is the call from Shimzu, and Udara Lakshan picks and goes again. They've gone plenty sideways, but not as much forwards as they would like, Havlocks. And that's better from the heavies. This is where they need to get Junior Visesio involved. Musin Falil just can't find the pass. And this time it's Harusha Pereira, who had a very good outing against CRNFC last week. Drives his legs in the tackle, the little man, Stephen Sivaraj. Fajuddin, isolated. They do well to keep Havea off that ball. And now Madhuwantha straight to Dinale Kanayaka, who will need no second invitation to drive this one under the posts. That was an absolutely telegraphed pass, and Dinale Kanayaka read it all the way. And just like they did up in Nittavala, Dinale Kanayaka scoring an early commercial bank try to break the back of the Havelocks attack.
I wonder whether Havlocks coming into the game, the focus in the first few minutes, every game they have been down and out in the first few minutes. As you see those passes, look at that lob pass, very well read. Thank you very much. Nobody going to catch him from that kind of a speed and position and open field.
Brilliant read from Dinale Kanayaka. Those of us who are old enough to remember Sterling Mortlock's interception in the 2003 semi-final against Carlos Spencer's All Blacks. That's almost exactly what it was like. Nobody to touch him as Hirusha Sampath easily knocks over the two. And with that commercial bank try, Candi move into double figures in the 12th minute. Samuel Madhuwantha would not like to see that replay. He had only Udesh Madhushankar. And once again, you can see how much this wind is impacting them. As Madhuvanta's kick gets blown right back in his face. And Candi will have another opportunity. So nothing's going right in the first few minutes for Havlocks. But if you think about last week as well, SW, Sia came to Havelock Park. So he's watched this replay. Madhuvantha really should have gone through the hands. He had both centers next to him. Dina Lekanayaka broke into a jog when he realized nobody was going to catch him, which was pretty early on, really.
Yeah, no, two bad starts by Madhuvantha and then a pass that he should have not given it because there was someone on the side. He had room to go, as we see Candi making a move on the center scrum.
Great tackle, super technique from Musin Falil. On the dangerous Srinath Surya Bandara, read it all the way. Here's Javea. It's not as quick as Heshan Johnson would like, but Tirina Bandara places this nicely. And Johnson with the box kick, the first one we've seen today. Mohammad Rifan trying to get into the ball, but eventually it's Madhuvantha who takes it. Will want to make amends, but kicks it to the fastest man on the pitch, Johnson. Good chase from Madhuvantha, but that kick will sit up nicely for the chasing Candi players. Kamindu Pereira is the first man there, but Mohammad Rifan's left boot will drive this one long. Will he get a kind bounce? And he does not. He'll have to come all the way back. All the way back to where he kicked it from, which is well this side of the halfway line.
Where it seems, Shanaka, all the boots have left Havlocks out down so far, missing two of the restarters, and then a long kick down to the in-goal area and bringing play back right back to where he kicked from, and a scrum, and it's a loose hit to Candi, and it's in a very, very good attacking position for them.
Yes, it's an excellent attacking position. Plenty of space for the hand Vikramarajchi. The back of the scrum. If he chooses to use it.
Number one, too much pressure.
Srinath Surya Bandara standing on the shoulder of Kamindu Pereira, and that's an early engagement. So they will get the free kick. Remember, you can't call for a scrum again, so they have to either tap and go or kick. They give the ball to Javea, who meets the first tackle of Nisal Pereira and is brought down. Madhushankar with an important tackle. And here's the speed now from Hirusha Sampath. But Harusha Pereira was up quickly in defense. Straight from the side is the call from the referee, and Harusha Pereira entered that breakdown. Not through the gate, but over the fence.
Yeah, so far the Candi team is playing a different kind of game that we have not seen them playing this season, Shanaka. At the same time, the mistakes that the Havlocks are making are contributing and getting them to play their game that they have come today to play with a different different game totally. They're quick on the passes, they're quick on the breakdowns, and Havlocks are contributing too by making a lot of mistakes.
Yes, that's the drive through from Harusha Pereira coming straight around. He will argue he was bound, but that's a miss at the line out. And that's another miss of a knock-on. So there's two knock forwards, so referee can't play advantage. And Havlocks will be very grateful to get this scrum to try and clear their lines, SW.
Yeah, that's right. That's a blessing they got because of a miscatch. But they should have made use of it. You got to be alert to make use of the advantage. That's where, you can, off knock-ons, you can score tries. And that's a chance that you have to take.
Yes, it was a loose ball, but the two forwards involved, Chatra Dilshan and Udesh Madhushankar, were probably not the people you wanted handling that particular situation. Junior with his first crash ball.
Sorry.
Looks like there might have been a small head clash there, which the referee was very quick to pick up.
No. Need to check.
And it looks like it's Diluksha Dange,
Captain.
who came off second best in that collision with Junior Visesio.
20 minutes left or 1 minute? No. Water break. Water break now. Yeah.
And it's a 1 minute water break. The referee has chosen to give it a little earlier than the scheduled 20 minutes until Diluksha Dange is taken a look at. So watch what happens here.
I think he's
Visesio
contact on.
and referee right on the spot, and he saw how Dange went down, SW, and called it up immediately.
Yeah, that's right. And I also think it's a bit of common sense when the player's been attended and you're 17, almost 18 minutes gone, and in a few minutes time you'll be having a water break. Why not have the water break and while the player's being attended? Safety. I think that's what he's really playing so far, and he's shown a lot of safety for the players.
Absolutely, as the doctor consults with the referee, and I think it's a thumbs up. So might have a restart with the scrum to Havlocks once again.
Papare clear down, and you're down. I think no foul play. Yeah, I checked head contact, but no foul play. Are you good? Okay, water's up, please. Water out, please. Thank you. This is Mark.
Junior Visesio having a chat with the referee Shimzu.
Scrum, yeah. Are you good? Time up, time back on.
Time back on, and will be a scrum. Will be a scrum to Havlocks. Pretty decent crowd in for today's game, of course. A cup clash in this Maliban Rugby League, where nobody knows who's going to be playing the grand final yet, and we're just a couple of weeks out from it. Mohammed Rifan to feed.
Yes, right.
Rifan to Madhuanta, who has more than enough space for a thumping clearance, but it's only as far as Surya Bandara, who was on the friend, and Surya Bandara does brilliantly to collect his own kick. Jansen spinning out of one tackle, needs to find support, dragged down by Fajuddin. Tirina Bandara plays a scrum half. Akash Madhushankar cutting back in field. Chatra Dilshan drags him down.
No hands.
Here's the hand Vikramarachi. Can't afford to get isolated. And Kandi's forwards do well to drive through at that breakdown. Candi with their tails up now. Vikramarachi. Chopped down by Abdullah Faiz. Here it is available for Javia. Javia spinning to the line. They've held him up, have they?
Hold up. Head up. No.
Yep, held up is the call. And they managed to do really well to hold up the big Tongan.
Yeah, he's making impact this evening. And Shanaka Candi are playing a totally different game this evening. They're combining with the backs and the forwards so well, as you see the young Tongan making his way, just couldn't ground it.
That's been dropped out from the 22, and Srinath Surya Bandara, who really started off that little bit of mayhem, puts it up high, and Madhuanta will knock it forward, or in fact it will be Kavindu Pereira who knocks it forward, and Mohammed Rifan goes off after one of the little runs. Colombo Harachi calling for the knock-on. He's assistant referee number 3, but there's no advantage, so they will come back for Pereira's knock-on the chase.
Well, so far the exchange have been very subdued, I would say, although Candi is leading by 10 points. Little bit of spark coming through, but other than that, I think both teams are testing their defense, keeping in mind that this is more like a semi-final.
Yes, it's a very cagey start, isn't it, SW? Because Candi knows that even though they don't have to win this game, they can't afford to lose it. So
that's a good one.
Take him back.
Ooh, Junior Visesio leaves that one behind, and that's a big miss for Havlocks as Dinale Kanayaka chooses to counter. Good ball for Jansen. Bandara. Vavala Pandita. Madhushankar with Kerala Hettiarachi running a nice line, but it's been knocked forward by the young hooker.
Another.
Rifan not on his favoured left foot, so he has to leave it to Samuel Madhuanta, who will gratefully thump this one up towards halfway, and that's an excellent relieving kick from Samuel Madhuanta, and they needed that. Havlocks have been under pressure for almost the entire quarter that this game has been played.
Yeah, that's right. As we see, after a long time, we see a line out, actually. We've seen a plenty of scrums. We may have had about 2 lineouts or 3 lineouts.
Only a couple of lineouts, more scrums than lineouts, which is unusual in the modern game. But Hettiarachi will look for Tirina Bandara. And again, it's overthrown and it's crooked. And Havlocks will happily take this scrum just inside the Candi half. And this is where Dilshan Farid will be missed, not just in the front row in the scrums, but with his throwing has been pretty good as well, his combination with Tirina Bandara, so they will miss Farid. So Havlocks needn't hang their heads just yet. There's plenty more rugby to be played in this game.
Oh yeah, plenty more.
Chatra Dilshan off the back to Rifan. Junior Visesio running onto a nice soft pass that time. Sivaraj. Madhuanta. Here's Jayavikrama. Gets his first touch of the ball. Sarindu Chaturanga really attacking that breakdown, and that's a superb read from Tirina Bandara, who was up to make the spot tackle really quickly. Abdullah Faiz in the center of the pitch. Rifan goes back to Sivaraj. It's a quick ball over, and Jayavikrama now bumps off one, bumps off two, gets the ball back into play. Mushin Falil does well to keep it in. And here's Rifan. Here it is once again as Udara Lakshan puts his shoulder to the wheel. Javia will try to drag him down, but he does well to go into the 22. That's a really good run from Udara Lakshan. Abdullah Faiz takes on Akash Madhushankar. Madhushankar's rip fails. And here's Candi backpedaling now. Harusha Pereira gets the ball in, but as Udara, Madhushankar will tap it down, but looks like there was a knock on there.
A good passage play by Havlocks. They got them everyone on the wrong foot. Referee consulting about.
So it was a knock forward by Havlocks, and Nipun Amratunga coming in on the far side. Here's a pass from Steven Sivaraj. It was just not a good one, was it? And Harusha Pereira had 2 men to beat, and you could see that clearly knocked on by Harusha. Needed to do better there, didn't there, the left winger? He needed to come in and create another phase of play with all that attack.
Yeah, they needed to trouble the scorer, doing all the hard work, and you're a few inches away from the goal line. And if you can't put that ball over the whitewash, all that effort will go in vain.
Have to say, Candi's defense looked a little shaky there. SW, Heshan Jansen, now gives it to Akash Madhushankar, who thought he'll run a couple of meters, but ends up making 40 of them. Now it's 50, and Dinale Kanayaka will go the length of the field. Another spectacular try-turning attack into defense from Dinale Kanayaka. Scored an 80-meter try, now he scores a 90-meter one. What a stunning try.
Absolute brilliant. I mean, what entertainment. Absolutely fantastic. Just ran through the defense, the length. They took everything in. Look at that replay. I have no words to explain this, Sanaka. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, 2 tackles missed by Madhushankar, and that's a lovely switch Dinala Ekanayaka screaming for it on the outside, and Akash Madhushankar did wonderfully to come in to the inside shoulder of the fullback and pass outwards. Good technique for any young players watching, and that will take the game perhaps into a comfortable position for Candi Sports Club.
The other aspect of the game is, Shanaka, to see what so far we have seen Candi playing, looks like the old rhythm is coming back.
And that is the first, in fact it's the second miss from Hirusha Sampath. Watch it once again, lovely step off the inside foot. Madhushankar missing him, so did Chatra Dilshan, and Junior Visasio caught up with him eventually, but not before Dinala Ekanayaka was doing a lovely support line. Akash Madhushankar, take nothing away from him. He knew exactly how to draw both players past before the contact. And if any young players are watching, that's exactly what you need to do.
23
Yeah, more importantly, he paused the defense that was coming across by trying to see that the pass was coming in. And he always had a look on the outside, and the support was fantastic coming from the outside. It was just a matter of transferring the ball into the speedster, and nothing was going to stop him.
Brilliant to see, turning
Come on.
defense into attack. And those missed tackles from Havlocks, they will certainly rue them. Gone 95 meters back. And that time Dinala Ekanayaka makes no mistake as Javier pumps his legs into the contact. Will take some bringing down the big Tongan.
Ball lost.
Jansen
Taking back.
to Hirusha Sampath. Harusha Pereira. In fact, it's Nabil Yahya on the pitch. Harusha Pereira this time doing a little bit better by coming into the field of play and setting up another phase. Udara Lakshan dragged down by
Ball
Javier.
lost. Good contest.
Here it is again for Sivaraj once again. That's a nice ball from Musin Falil, Junior Visasio. Superb tackle by Kamidu Pereira on him. Jaya Vikrama comes in, but it's again brilliantly done by Srinath Surya Bandara, who rips the ball in the tackle.
Time off.
Referee Shimzu just calming things down
Look
before
up.
he asks his assistant what exactly happened. It's like we might need some medical assistance, is a signal.
You know, on that try that they scored right down the length of the pitch, I saw a silly bag on the field, and he paused for that, and I was okay, fine. Even the bag couldn't stop him.
Tackle is upright, I think. So I think I need to check demo. Correct? Okay. Okay. I check demo. Demo. I think
Not sure what the
Papare
referee
is head down, but tackle was very upright, so I need to check.
Couldn't hear him in the commentary box, and I'm sure you might have heard him at home. Let's see what referee Shimzu is asking for. Junior Visasio with the dummy. Stepping out of one tackle. Kamindu Pereira, copybook tackle. Musin Falil coming across.
Thank you.
Gives the ball early to Jaya Vikrama. Puts his shoulder in. And it looks like it was ripped by Srinath Surya Bandara. And then Vikramarachi might go in a little bit late. Not sure whether that's what they're looking at. Visasio coming through. And it looked like there might have been a head clash, but that's an interesting one.
Show again. Please show again. What do you think?
I think, Shanaka, that's the one they're looking at, the head clash.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. One more. I wanna show one more.
Kenula Hettiarachi who picks up Visesio coming through.
Yeah.
Visesio's body position is pretty parallel to the floor.
Yellow.
Hettiarachi went down.
Pink tackler is need to sink hip. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And tackler need to sink hip, but okay, head down. So make it one communication. Yellow card. Captain and so you come here, please. And captain, please. We decide you need to sink hip. You apply it, but your player, your ball carrier, head down. So ball knock down, yellow card. Okay, yellow card.
Well, there was head contact.
No card.
And because Kenula Hettiarachi was dipping, there is mitigation, so it's only a yellow card. It's a tough old game, isn't it, SW?
Yeah, quite tough. Quite tough to
Sorry. No. Please wait.
make a call because he was just going in and he dipped and came in onto him. But modern day rugby with safety factor being the number one. So I'm sure the referees are all being briefed that anything that comes on the head is to take precaution.
Beautifully collected by Mohammad Rifan. Rifan now goes off on a run of his own. Taridu Chaturanga in the number 6 jersey making yet another tackle in the thousands that he's made in that white jersey. Tirina Bandara bringing down Johnny the Fernando there. Udara Lakshan. Havlocks don't get a score before half time. It's good night, nurse. Mushin Falil has been moving it well. Nabil Yahia runs into the tackle of Akash Madhushankar. Fajuddin. Nisal Pereira. Abdullah Faiz been knocked on, but it looks like there was an offside penalty.
Offside.
And 3 points is not going to be enough anymore, SW.
Yeah, but yet I think they should make the 3 points and then go into at least the 3-pointer for Lemons, although there is time. But having said that, Yahya is on the field. Do you know for whom Yahya is on the field? Is it for...
It looks like it might be Samuel Madhuanta who has gone off. No, in fact... yes, it is Madhuanta, I think, who has gone off. So that's an interesting switch made quite early. Not sure whether Madhuanta had an injury, but he was certainly having a bit of an off day, wasn't he?
Yeah, and the young former royalist to make an impact and get the first scores for his club. I think he made 3 points. Yes, that's good. Absolutely fantastic. So it's 15 points to 3, 30 minutes on the clock. Our clock, Candi leading over Havlocks 15 to 3. Very interesting move, giving the youngster the early game. And this will definitely boost his confidence.
Certainly will. Struck it well. And gets the first points on the board for Candi. And I said it was about a 10-point win, SW. Now it's a 12-pointer. If Havlocks can score one more before half-time, I think the game will be pretty even. Chatura Dilshan met strongly by Hettiarachi, who's not suffering too many after effects of that head clash. Rifan, who's not on his left foot again. Yahia straight into the breadbasket, and that's a beautiful pass out of the back of the hand by Sudesh Jayavikrama, Heshan Jansen. Avoids the tackle. Asmir Fajuddin does really well, and now they don't have a scrum half. Janido Fernando straight into the face of Kenula Hettiarachi. And the referee will have a small word to say about that, I think.
Interesting, Shanaka, because there was a high tackle and earlier, and then on the other occasion, the ball carrier going with his hand out straight into the throat of the defender. So he brought play back for this, and which one? Which one? But I think he's right. It is no advantage because it's a high tackle.
Ooh, that's sliced badly off Nabil Yahia's boot. That's 2 kicks now. Tirina Bandara, the tallest man on the pitch. Kamindu Pereira just couldn't get there. I thought Sudesh Shavikram did brilliantly to get this ball away. And this is the high tackle. Heshan Jansen trying to tell the referee he pulled out of it. But now a really important line out. This game is so delicately poised at the moment that if Candi can get a score here, it'll really destroy Havlock's confidence. But Tinetta Dodangora has done the first job of winning the line out for 14-man Havlocks. Akash Madhushankar makes a tackle in center field. Musin Falil, good distribution from him to Harusha Pereira. Chatura Dilshan waits at the back, and Steven Sivaraj will pass across the face of the Candi defense to Nisal Pereira. The hand Vikramarachi just couldn't get to the ball in time, and Steven Sivaraj is now attacked by the terrier-like Heshan Jansen. It's onto his left foot, but Mohammad Rifan didn't see the space behind the Candi line. Chatura Dilshan now with the carry. Abdullah Faiz. And that's nicely done by Azmir Fajuddin. Good handling from the hooker. That ball was bobbling about. Sivaraj, Akash Madhushankar lines him up. And it's offside is the call from the referee. So they have a free play now. What will Musin Falil do with this? Will kick it away, unfortunately, and will come back for the penalty. And Nabil Yahya will probably be quite happy to take this.
Yeah, with that kick of Musin Falil, actually he answered your question. He didn't want the advantage. It's simple as that. So he wanted the penalty. You must make use of the advantage. So because you can come back always with the next move, even with the next breakdown move, you can always come down.
You really have to roll the dice, don't you, SW, when you have that free play almost. That's the whole point of the advantage play. So referee Shimizu from Japan laying down the law and telling Tarindu Chaturanga that there's been too many penalties from his team and he needs to have a word, improve the discipline.
Yeah, especially on the keeping your line behind the hindmost foot. And if I was on the field, I would have said, sir, could you please tell us whether we are in front or not?
Remember you and I having plenty of arguments while play was even going on, SW, while you were refereeing me.
Good ones.
And Steven Sivaraj will be tasked with going to the corner. Got a three-pointer when they were one man down. Might have helped. This was where Akash Madhushankar was deemed to be offside. Probably got the call from the assistant. Haven't seen Udesh Madhushankar in the game too much today. That's him in the number 7 jersey. He's been a standout performer for Havlocks. But this is that driving maul that Candi did well to defend last time. Fajuddin at the back. Snaking towards the line. They've got the drive on. Is it enough? Yes, it is. And the Centurion gets the try. Azmir Fajuddin caps off what will be a red letter day for him, a game that he will remember regardless of the result. And he gets the try as well behind that big forward pack. And now suddenly it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, fantastic. Beautifully done. We were thinking about why not go for the 3 points, but Havlocks obviously had different ideas. And you see the time that they scored that try. It so happened even in the previous weekend against Sia. It was that kind of timing that they come in with that drive. Somebody might ask you, Vela Balala.
Candi did really well to get that arrowhead formation in defense, but after it broke off, they couldn't regroup in time. And Fajuddin staying bound, and Yahya with the conversion. And it's 15 points to 10. The coach scoring and the player converting. Fajuddin was very much involved when Nabil Yahya was still playing for Royal. And although the colors of the jersey have changed, Nabil Yahya's kicking remains just as accurate.
Old blood going through to score that try, and a younger boot taking it through the sticks.
Surya Bandara now. Kandi's body language needs to remain positive. Seen them falling away in the second half of games throughout this season, and that's something that they will wish that they will not have to do. And you have to wonder, SW, as Johnny De Fernando carries that ball, even though it was a penalty where he pushed Kenula Hettiarachchi away, whether that was a statement of aggression. Johnny De Fernando saying, you are not going to beat us easily. Srinath Surya Bandara bobbling that ball uncharacteristically, Dinaleka Nayaka. And now Candi have their work cut out for them because Havlocks have their tails up. Akash Madhushankar can't gain ground. Jansen. And Kenula Hettiarachchi drops it. Is that the momentum shifting try? Was that moment where Johnny De Fernando said, get out of my face, almost literary, to Kenula Hettiarachchi? Was that the turning point?
Yeah, the beauty is that they have scored 10 points with 14 men on the field. Was it? Yep, that's right. So you're right. There's a statement being made and they're back on here. That's why the pressure, so much of pressure coming in. They're dropping the ball. Candy's gone back to what they were earlier. But Havlocks on the other hand, good to see the referee dropping something on to keep the mark there.
Well, actually, Shimzu might be a golfer, making sure he gets the mark right. Madhushankar cleverly picking it up. And referee saying, no, please put it back down.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't see any end there.
Madhushankar would have wanted to take that mark a few meters forward. It's a conversation between Nipuna Amaratunga and referee Shimizu here. And it's about the blood to Harusha Pereira, who did really well on that far side touchline, didn't he? Chasing that kick down, SW. Because Srinath Surya Bandara fumbled the ball, which is very uncharacteristic of him, but Havlocks did well to get there and exploit that fumble.
Yeah, that little bit of rush, that little bit of attacking more onto the attacking in defense, I would say, and that actually changed the shift. You could see the Candi were not very happy about it getting into that situation, and now Havlocks are back 15 all equal numbers.
15 plays 15. Junior Visesio coming back on, and just before the shot lined up, we saw Coach Tristan Healy of St. Thomas's, the New Zealander, gesturing to the cameras to see the schoolboys coming up to watch some club rugby. Boring in is the call from Heshan Jansen, but he's not the man with the whistle yet. As Steven Sivaraj shuffles his way to the gain line. Great distribution, but not accurate distribution that time from Musin Falil, although he is a very good distributor. Udara Lakshan tidies up. The passing has been inaccurate from Havlocks, and Mushin Fal will go down in the tackle of Kavindu Pereira. Pirina Bandara holding on to Visasio, who returns from the sin bin. He'll want to make a mark now that he's had a bit of a rest. And here it is once again from Heshan Jansen with that lovely spot tackle. And Nabil Yahia leaves the ball behind. Referee says play on. It's been knocked forward, so they will play on. Rifan dumped to the floor by Diluk Shadange. And there's no knock on. But Nabil Yahia has done some brilliant things with the ball on the tee, but with the ball in his hand, he's been a little iffy.
Yeah, absolutely. As we go into half time, Candi leading by 5 points over Havlocks. They stood at 25-26 Maliban Club Rugby League. So it's 15-10, 5-pointer at the park. And 40 minutes of rugby to play for and to decide on the table leaders.
40 minutes of rugby, 40 minutes against the wind for Candi Sports Club. Of course, the shadows will lengthen and it will get a little bit cooler. But it's 15 plays 10 here. The home team 5 points behind, but there's absolutely nothing in this game. And we'll be back with more Maliban Rugby League action as we come back after the break.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Keep sweating. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi Fantamari.
Asama Sama Smart Option Samagin 125cc Balayan Sialatama Iale TVS Raider 125. The full option bike.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් quotation එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Vantage for the modern professional.
Keep pushing the limits. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi Fantamari.
Asama Sama Smart Option Samagin 125cc Balayan Sialatama Iale TVS Raider 125. The full option bike.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi Fantamari.
දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi Fantamari.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් quotation එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Asama Sama Smart Option Samagin 125cc Balayan Sialatama Iale TVS Raider 125. The full option bike.
සතුටක් ඉපදිලා මල් මන්දහසේ ජීවිත
ලංකෙන් රුපියලක් සතුටෙන් උපන් පෑයක අසිරිය.
දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕන හොඳම තීරණය.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕන හොඳම තීරණය.
Keep sweating. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
Love Rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
අසම සම ස්මර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
Perfectly. ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇලුමිනියම්. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Vantage for the modern professional.
Keep pushing the limits. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
Love Rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
අසම සම ස්මර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕන හොඳම තීරණය.
Love Rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕන හොඳම තීරණය.
Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
Love Rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari. Love Rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
Perfectly ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇලුමිනියම්. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති.
A very good evening and welcome back to live pictures here from the Havlocks Sports Club ground as we have a table toppers Candi Sports Club leading the hometown team Havlocks by 15 points to 10 in this Maliban Inter-Club Rugby League 2025-26. This is all a build-up to the grand final. Who is going to go there? It will be one of 4 teams. If Candi win today, then they will set themselves up nicely to make one of those 2 spots. But everybody else in the chasing pack will make sure that they will keep them on their feet. This is a spectacular try to open scoring from Dinale Kanayaka. Blazed 80 meters with that intercept. A pass that Samuel Madhuwanta will not want to see again. And this was a brilliant step in field. And 2 missed tackles from Madhushankar and Mohammad Rifan. And a lovely little switch play. And there was no way Visesio or Jaya Vikrama were catching up to Dinale Kanayaka. 180-meter try, 190-meter try, but they were not created by Candi. They were scored by Candi, and this try brought Havlocks back into the game. Azmir Fajuddin dotting down at the back of that maul. And the 14-man Havlocks equalizing. After Nabil Yahi had put 3 points over a little earlier. So it's 15 points to 10. 2 tries to 1. 2 spectacular tries, you have to say, to Candi Sports Club. The kind of tries that we're used to seeing Candi scoring. But from their point of view, SW Chang, they have not really created much with ball in hand. They've exploited the defensive mistakes of Havlocks, but they will want to try and create.
Where is the team?
Yeah, that's right. They have not baked their cake.
No.
They have not got into a rhythm and got their threes moving, the forwards coming and then scoring. But nevertheless, whenever they sniffed, there was opportunity. They have taken it and they have made Havlocks pay for it. Bad passes, bad kickoffs, restarts, and they are 15 points up. Havlocks coming back strongly with one man down. I think that speaks volume. Hopefully this 40 minutes is going to be a huge battle. Hopefully we will all enjoy these pictures coming from Papare.
Absolutely. I hope it's going to be a really tight affair and an entertaining affair. Havlocks may not be in the lead, but they will know that the wind is at their back. And although Candi have not baked their own cake, as SW said, they have stolen a couple of malupangs from the bakery. And they are leading on the scoreboard, which is all that will matter at the end of 80 minutes. Diluk Shajange getting a bit of sunscreen perhaps, or multi-bond on their hands to make sure the ball sticks.
You need to keep in no foul play. Second half,
Dilshan
please.
Farid not playing any part today. It looks like he might have hurt his scapula from that injury last week. And two heavily strapped front rowers going through their paces.
Thank you. Captain, are you good? Okay.
The man with the ball will make the difference with so much of experience behind him.
Well, he is a little magician, isn't he? We need him to perform at the highest level, though, to make sure that Candi keep this league title up in Nittavala, where they feel it belongs.
Outside.
And Chatura Dilshan.
Outside. Another.
Runs that kick off strongly back.
Inside.
Fajuddin will create this ruck just so that Yahya can kick this one out on the full. But instead, he kicks it straight to the dangerous Douglas Javier. Tarindu Chaturanga. One of the wasn't Chatura. Buoneka Udangamu is on the pitch. And he latches on to his forward carrier. Here's Kerala Hettiarachi. Here's Tarindu Chaturanga.
Ball is out, Cleon.
And it's come back off a foot. And Junior Visesio snaps it up. And Mohammad Rifan, for the first time in this game, has put in a box kick. Hirusha Sampath returns the favor and chases. Rifan swivels onto his left foot, but Hirusha Sampath makes a brilliant tackle. Lovely offload from Visesio to Fajuddin, running like a little flanker. Looks like that ball was knocked on, unfortunately, by Harusha Pereira, or it could have been dangerous for Havlocks.
Let's go. Keep high, keep stable.
Hettiarachi with a well-timed tackle. Just interfering with the passing arms of Visesio. But what about that work rate from Azmir Fajuddin?
Coach.
100 games, well into his 30s. And still ending up on the shoulder of the ball carrier. Candi have dragged this down. But it was Havlocks who hinged.
Hinge him. Hinge him. A front row, hinge him. Lose the hit.
And Irusha Sampath will be very happy to kick this one to the touchlines and give Candi another attacking opportunity.
I think the first score here in the second half will matter a lot. It will give into the teams a different story, a different reading to get the first score on the board.
On the line, on the line.
Irusha Sampath is a nephew of former national player Nuan. Played for Navy and Candi. Taridu Chaturanga retrieving that ball, but Candi can't get a platform. Tirina Bandara will barge through into the 22, and now it's quick ball for Jansen. Lovely line from Dange, but it was an important tackle from Mushin Falil. Heshan Jansen fires it across the face of the line, but Irusha Sampath does really well. Coming into the field was Kavidu Pereira, dragged down 4 meters short. Jansen to Havia, who's dangerous from 5 meters out. Asmir Fajuddin with another important tackle. Buaneku Dangamua. It's inside to Akash Madhushankar. Dange gets hammered by Visesio. Kelula Hettiarachi. Now the attack slows down for Candi. Here it is for Malita Vijayasundara, carrying strongly. Jansen. And that ball is dropped. Dropped by Viraj Korambarachi. Don't want your front rowers handling too much in this position. But Havlocks will live to breathe and keep this 5-point gap at just that.
Yeah, this whole season, Candi has been very, very guilty of dropping that ball. And some or other, they have not kept momentum on because the final pass, the final catch has been not good. And that's been one of the main, I would say, mistakes that Candi are backpedaling most of the time.
Time is off. Time is off now.
The crowd is enjoying themselves. They're on the edges of their seat, of course. Lots of hometown fans and traveling Candi fans, of course, who will not allow their team to go to Colombo without joining them. That's the Havlocks pavilion. Nice vantage spot. This grand old club, SW.
Yep, that's right. Grand Old Club, still existing, still playing rugby. And Shanaka, I regret, I completely forgot my Maliban cracker today.
Hopefully the sponsors will hear it and send us some biscuits to the commentary box next week.
Sit.
Candi putting the shove on, but Rifan gets it away just in time for Nabil Yahia to find the safety of the touchline, and that's a very good touch finder from the youngster. Called into action early on in the game in place of the experienced Samuel Madhuantha. And since he's come on, he's done a few hairy things, but all in all, in a cost-benefit analysis, he would have been in the positive side.
Yeah, that's right. He's done well. He's done well, no doubt about that. And boy has proved himself worth his place in this side.
Hettiarachi waits at the back. Javier takes the ball away from him, and this is a great drive from Candi. It's 20 meters now. Avies have to get behind this, and yes, they've dragged it down, which is the only way it seemed that they would stop it. Dange. Surya Bandara blazing through, and Srinath Surya Bandara gets the first try of the second half, rather. The first Commercial Bank try of this half goes to the man, SW, who said we'll need to do something, and he certainly has.
Yeah, absolutely. I said the man with the ball is going to be a danger, and he's proved how dangerous. It doesn't matter because he's growing with his age, because age is just a number, and that's just proved it. Look at this slicing through that.
Nice decoy by Akash Madhushankar. Visesio had no chance of getting to Srinath Surya Bandara and using all the pace in those 36-year-old legs. Srinath Surya Bandara puts Candi 10 points in front.
Actually, I'm just thinking, if Surya Bandara was not there, Sudam, think of what the Candi line would have been.
Well, Suri, or Podi as he is known to his mates, has been slicing up defences since he came out of school. Plied his trade at Sia for many years before moving into the hills.
So he's called Podi. Podi Unata Lukuveda.
That's absolutely correct, SW. And here's Mohammad Rifan, who will want to also try and repeat the heroics. Tirina Bandara does really well with that ball in there. The ball was out. And play on, says the referee, as Mushin does really well to rip that away from the little scrum half, who was just about to be manhandled. Kerala Hettiarachi had timed his run to perfection.
Another!
Havlocks are now chasing the game once again.
Another!
Chatura Dilshan with his skipper. Dara Lakshan waits, but it's Abdullah Faiz who gets the permission to drive it forward. Havlocks are keeping the ball but losing ground. Nisal Pereira.
Yogurt!
Rifan. Sivaraj. Hands it off to Visesio. Dragged down is Harusha Pereira, but he keeps knocking the ball forward. There's a hint of a forward pass from Musin to Visesio. Those short passes are generally allowed by referees though. But Harusha Pereira had a break on and knocked the ball on.
8-1.
So we're having the substitutions coming on. Thiven Pereira and Charana Sendanayaka come on in the number 42 and number 36 jerseys.
30 seconds, 30 minutes. Okay, let's go.
In fact, I'm sorry, it's not
Outside.
Junior Visesio. We have
9, outside. Yep.
Gunaki Vainganibao, who's come on in the second
Coach.
row.
Point!
Oh, in fact, he's playing at centre by the looks of things. Outside centre at that, so versatility from
I need a gap.
the Fijian.
So, need to break foot. Both break foot. And keep a gap, please. Okay? Okay.
See what differences the front row changes will make. Charles Pravin in a tight head against Charana Sendanayaka. Two very experienced front rowers on the near side to us. Heshan Jansen to feed from the left. It's a big scrum from Havlocks. And Suri will thump this one far and high. Nabil Yahya misread that one and will run into the tackle of two dangerous players. Akash Madhushankar does brilliantly to knock that ball on, but to turn that ball over rather, but he does also knock it on. And Mohammad Rifan should probably have thought about a box kick, but gives it instead to Thiven Pereira. The former DS skipper and number 8. Rifan gives it to Yahya. Yahya bounces it, but Hirusha Sampath does really well to thread down the touchline and run straight into the chasing players. The referee will calm things down.
10 minutes back, please. Do you want to check TMO?
Number 7 and number 11 red team. They refer number 15 to
You watch head contact?
no.
No? Okay. So that's just penalty. Okay, just penalty. But
Okay, sir. We are
but
coming to defender.
no, yeah, no.
Defender is going.
You great hit. So never do that, please. Never hit. So penalty only. So captain, I give it 1 minute. Please talk to. Keep discipline, please.
Just a penalty only is the call,
yes,
and
yes.
referee has
Penalty
deemed
only.
that
Okay, yeah.
there was interference with the chase.
No, Mark is
See that
over
one
there.
again. Hirusha Sampath puts
But-
the ball on his toe,
Sorry?
Inside the 20, the bounce.
Yeah. No.
and yep, there certainly was Harusha
No.
Pereira could have gotten out of the way there.
Okay,
It's a
let's
silly
go.
penalty to
Mark
give
is here,
away.
so need to 10 minutes back, please. Mark is here. Need to 10 minutes back.
And kept his arm in that clothesline position, which was unnecessary, especially when they had the territory.
Time off now.
Sir, you were very keen. Did you hear what the referee was talking about there? Because you were
Okay.
so keen, I was
Okay.
wondering whether the referee was telling the AR, let's have a sake.
Couldn't really hear what Nipun Amrutunga was saying, but referee Shimizu did say it was just a penalty.
Good,
And Candi now will have an opportunity, and you have to think,
Thank you.
SW, if Candi
go.
score here, especially after that last driving maul that they set up earlier, that it will be curtains for Havlocks.
Yeah, certainly. And let's wait and see. Here is the drive that comes in.
Over.
Chaturasoi is winning the ball at the front there for Havlocks. He's come on as well. Avia going towards the line. Jansen with the ball over the top, and Diluk Shadange loves a lovely line and drags his weight over. Diluk Shadange, this battering ram, has run a nice straight line onto a short pass and shown all the young players watching what a leg drive really means.
Absolutely. Is it a hat-trick of tries for him?
Not today, SW. That was Dinal Ekanayaka who scored the first two. And Dange in the number 12 jersey has smashed his way over for another commercial bank try. Let's watch it here. Lovely short pass. Dange and Waingani Bao really should probably have done a little bit better than that. And Hirusha Sampath needs no second invitation to add the extras. But young players watching, that's not the way to tackle 5 meters or 2 meters from the line. Got to get under the player and wrap the ball up. But Waingani Bao will not be happy when he sees that back on the replay.
Yeah, he should have had this leg drive, driving him away from the goal line. But nevertheless, a super drive, determined to score the try and ultimately pay the weight for the try.
The Candi crowd seem a little less anxious. Well, not the type of crowd to celebrate too early on in the piece. They want their team to smash everyone by 50 points. And now it's a 17-point gap in the 55th minute of the play. It's like Udesh Madhushankar looks like he might be being taken off. And this is one of the few games that Udesh Madhushankar hasn't really shone. SW. He's been, for me, one of the standout players of this Havlocks forward pack. and hasn't been able to contribute too much today. Akash Madhushankar, one of the most dangerous runners in this Candi team, and he's the one who gets the ball, and it's a penalty for hands in the ruck. But despite the fact that we've had 37 points scored in 54 minutes, it hasn't been a game that has lit up the TV screens, hasn't it, SW?
Yeah, you're right. Been very quiet, although the points were coming in. Came in, not in the fashion that we actually would have liked to see.
Here's the dignitaries. Your old friend Roshan Dean, President of the Western Province Rugby Football Union, on the right there. Stinetra Dodangoda catches, and Havlocks drive. Tinina Bandara comes in from the side, but didn't change his mind as Charana Sendanayaka drives to the line. It's available, and Thiven Pereira trying to drag his way over, and Waingani Bao, after letting one in under his tackle on the other end, makes amends almost immediately with another commercial back try of his own. Unaki Waingani Bao, a number 8 by trade, but plying his wares in the number 12 jersey today. Mohammad Rifan thanks the heavens. Sendanayaka was just short. Thiven Pereira picked and went. And then Waingani Bao with quick ball, just getting under the tackle of Kenula Hettiarachi there. And Nabil Yahya will try to bring his team within 10. He does exactly that, the young fullback. In the most amount of time he's spent in the pink and chocolate jersey.
Substitution, number 1. Number 1. Number 1, out.
So Shanaka, how many tries did Candi score now so far? They scored 3 tries, so they need 1 more for bonus points.
In fact, Candi have scored 4 tries, SW. So they have got their bonus point already. Now they just need to win the game as Sachin Vaidyanatha manages to get his knees to the floor.
And near it. Step back. Fight. Stay back. Thank you.
Mohammad Rifan, that's something he hasn't done enough of in this game, and it's been knocked back into the hands of Musin Falil, something that France did so well against Ireland, to knock those back into on-rushing players in their thrashing of Ireland in that Six Nations game. And here's Rifan again going to that corner, but Hirusha Sampath has this one nicely read. Beautiful thump by Hirusha. Will he get the bounce of the ball? Nabil Yahya will think about running this one out, but he's trying that spin kick, isn't it, SW? That olden days kick where used to be practiced when I was playing the game, where you slice the ball and you screw kick that over. Everyone uses the drop punt, as it is called now, and Yahiya's not making the best connections out of hand.
Have you ever played with the ball with the lacings?
When I was about 10 years old, SW, my first mitre ball had laces on it. Here's Candi driving that ball forward. Still going. But that time it's Janido Fernando who does well. Side entry into the maul is the call from referee Shimizu. Very unruffled, isn't he, referee Shimizu?
Yeah, he's calm, quiet and calm. He's making it, at that time he didn't get excited about it, and he just said, "Come here on the sides," because he looked at him and said, "Get back," but he just let the play go, And when Havlocks Candi didn't have the advantage, so quite rightly he brought play back. Now it's danger time, danger zone for Havlocks, because Candi, the driving maul off the line out has been very effective.
Yes, the last driving maul that they used led to a try. Shatra Soiza. In fact, it's Nalan Premnath who takes that at the front. And yet another side entry from Havlocks as Douglas Javier holds this at the back. Jansen will give it to the speedsters now, and Srinath Surya Bandara kicks for Dange. Dange just misses out. It's been knocked forward. And they will go into the side entry of the maul. SW, interesting question for you. Dange almost touched down there. Is advantage over or not?
It depends on the referee's call on that, whether it's at quality possession or territorial advantage. And I think he's quite right to bring play back, because there was no quality position or territorial advantage. That's what he felt. So Candi will have another go, because that penalty advantage was a penalty advantage and not a scrum advantage.
But brilliant communication once again between Dange and Surya Bandara. Premnath in the front of the line out. Javier takes it at the back. And it looks like Havlocks have, for the first time in the game, managed to defend the line out.
Yeah, they did defend well, because the Candi, the forwards were not bound properly, in the sense they were not tight as a unit, and there were some loose forwards, and Havlocks did quite well to stop them driving over the line and also getting the put into the scrum.
You see the ball still available there with Buanaka Udangamur, but Havlocks managed to wrap around him. Akash Madhushankar, who set up Dinale Kanayaka's second try beautifully. Hasn't had much of the ball since. This is a big scrum for Havlocks. They need to really get away from this red zone.
Coach! Bind! Sit!
Chatura, in fact, it's Waingani Bau that comes away from the back of that scrum. Use it is the call, but they don't have a scrum half. And Fajuddin once again sets up the ruck for Rifan to come through.
18, no bind. No bind. No bind.
No wrap is the call from referee Shimzu. No arms in that tackle. So this is something that has become a bit of an epidemic, not just here in Sri Lanka, but in world rugby as well. Lots of players close to the line in these contact situations, SW, not really wrapping their arms around in the tackle, just shoving their shoulders into the on-rushing player at close quarters. It's very dangerous, and I think it's something that I think world rugby and indeed coaches need to address.
I think it's very dangerous both ways, to the ball carrier and to the defender too, by trying to drop his weight down. Look at that. So he's in a very awkward position. He's like in a V shape that can injure the back. So you got to be you're right. You have to be very careful. And I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe like the tackle law that has come in, that you got to tackle,
shoulders above the waist.
Yeah.
So that was Praveen Charles, who was pinged on that occasion for just presenting his back to the ball carrier and inviting the ball carriers to fall over you. It's not proper tackle technique, so any players, young players watching, it's not the way you're expected to tackle. They know they're on TV.
They're smiling away. I think Candi will be happy with this situation with a bonus point, try bonus point and a win, so that they'll remain at the top.
Play on.
Absolutely. Couldn't have asked for more travelling to this
Tackle,
dangerous home ground.
Yes, it.
Rifan to Sivaraj. It's slow for Musin. Jayavikrama with a rare touch coming in off his left wing. Rifan, it's better ball for Yahya. Musin Falil. Koda Goda is on the pitch. Rifan. Fajuddin. Sivaraj. Waingani Bao. Comes in on the angle but is met Fijian on Tongan.
Yes, that.
The South Sea Islands clashing here.
Good con. No, enough.
It's better from Havlocks. Good ball retention at that breakdown. And now there's space opening up for Koda Goda. Harusha Pereira and Diluk Shadange might be in a little bit of trouble.
Highly uncalled for.
12.
He just rushed it, but I think he missed the target by rushing it. I'm sure the TMO will come into play now.
We need check. TMO. 12. To the head. And we need check his upright or dressing. So I use TMO. Okay? TMO. Please wait, TMO.
They're going to the TMO.
Okay.
You've got to feel for referee Shimizu, isn't it? He's coming in off, must be some cold weather in Japan. He's come into this heat.
To the hot and cold weather. Sri Lanka. Sometimes in the morning it's very cold here. And it's warm in during the daytime.
Direct head contact.
It is.
Yes, okay, so, yep, so discuss point is his direct head contact. Yeah. And
well, one thing that might save Diluk Shadange
hip down. So direct head contact, no mitigation.
is that he's got
so
a decent body position.
Agree? Okay. Sure. 12 is applied and direct head contact, no mitigation. So our decision is let's call it. Are you good?
The Havlocks crowd thinks it's certainly a
Can we
red.
have the same angle again?
Okay, let's go.
I'm sure the Sia crowd too will think it's a red, Shanaka.
Okay, captain, and 12. Okay, I explain to you. Captain, please, captain. 12. Okay, I explain the situation. Direct head contact, and you need to hang sit. So no mitigation. Let's go. Okay.
Well, he says
Let's go.
no mitigation. Diluk Shadange will hang his head.
No, point is.
But you've got to feel for tacklers who are going in bent at the waist. He will ask, what more can I do?
Sorry, please wait. So,
But the laws of the game are such that you've just got to be a little bit more
Okay.
circumspect in those situations.
Okay, I good? No.
Well, it's 15 minutes left.
Yep.
A big hole in the
tackle.
Candi defense. And only one replacement now
Number 2. No.
in the backs.
Number 2, out, substitution. Number 2 and 35. 2 and 35.
You've got to keep your eyes up, don't you,
Sorry.
SW, as you go into that tackle. Tange dropped his head,
35.
smashed through, and he knew immediately he was in trouble.
Sorry? Oh, ball. Okay. Okay, now time off now. No ball here. Oh, okay.
So
I want
you
a
can
ball.
play a
a
man
ball.
short in the scrum.
35.
You can play 7 versus
35.
8 and get your one of the flank
35.
forwards to go into the 3-court line in defense.
35, okay. And no ball, so time off, yeah. No ball, okay.
You can do it in senior rugby, and now
Sorry,
they've
I control
taken
the
off Douglas
time off.
Javier.
No. Okay. let's go.
That will be a sigh of relief, definitely, in the Havlocks forward pack. Tirana Bandara does well, but it's
no contest, play on.
no contest is the
No
call.
clear relief, play on.
Here's Harusha Pereira, who received that shoulder to the face. Nabil Yahya. And that's another smash in the tackle. So Candi have to be careful now.
Just penalty, no, just penalty.
Yeah, too many tackles coming in. I don't think Candi needs that because they got a cushion of 10 points and they got the 4 tries in, and they got a crucial match next weekend too to play.
They've just got to manage the game, don't they, SW? You've got to have Srinath Surya Bandara stepping in and saying, look, let me just knock this down to the other end of the pitch and we'll play the game there. Might be a good time for Shahid Zumri to be introduced. It's Kamindu Pereira, in fact, it's Tarindu Chaturanga. Once again, the Candi team will argue that their tacklers were bent at the waist. It's an interesting philosophical question, of course, as to what more can the defensive player be expected to do. Tinatha Dodangura winning the ball, and Tirana Bandara trying to get into a place where he can cause problems. Fajuddin will have to come away from this, and Bandara shadows him closely. It's good play by the experienced Sri Lanka lock. Janidu. Farid is on the pitch actually. Thought he will not play there, but he is there. Ben Pereira. They need more than a try. They need to score twice, and they won't be doing that if they drop the ball. And that's Dilshan Farid. Akash Madhushankar with an extravagant dummy that sits Steven Sivaraj on his backside. But they will have
10 minutes left.
10 minutes left on the referee's clock, 12 minutes left on ours.
Already ball is out, just not forward. Yep. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Paul.
So if Havlocks are to win this one, they absolutely have to score before the 70th minute to try and keep the pressure on. And Candi, you can see Heshan looking across at Suri, find out where he wants this ball. And now Kavindu Pereira, the speedster. Dinal Ekanayaka slices through, he's got the support, and that'll going to be a try for Ekanayaka, for Heshan Johnson. That's the game. It's the bonus, it's the 5th try, it's a commercial bank try, and that is Candi putting one hand on the grand final up in Nittavala. What a brilliant bit of work from these talented Candi backs. Used the pressure of the moment, and Dinal Ekanayaka absolutely came back on the best possible angle and found the support. Here's Suri, timed his pass beautifully. Mushin Falil had no chance of catching up with Kavindu Pereira, left the gap wide open. Vaidyanatha couldn't get across, and Heshan Jansen with that lovely support line that only scrum halves can run, dived over for the try, and Harusha Pereira gets a knee in the back for his trouble.
Fantastic, brilliant run. Have you noticed, Shanika, because they have, both teams have scored when they were a man short. Will there be a 14-15 coming next tournament? Because they have Havlock scored when they were a man down, and now Candi has come back strongly to get 34 points to 17. They are well and truly on their way.
There's a lot of rhetoric around the game saying that one man going out will completely reduce the game as a contest, SW, but I don't think there's enough evidence of that. Yes, you maybe can't play a game one man short for 75 or 65 minutes, but players do lift themselves And in a 15-man game, there's not a lot of room. Akash Madhushankar fights his way out of the 22.
Take him back.
As Surya Bandara will put this one now, he will not need to chance his arm, and Nabil Yahya has put in a bit of a sporadic performance. And the team that saw off CRNFC last week certainly have not turned up today.
Definitely. Oh, that's a sitter. Catchers win matches. It's the same with the rugby ball now, because Candi in a very strong position to attack.
Okay, let's go.
Well, the travelling Candi fans will be absolutely ecstatic now that this game is well beyond Havlocks.
Sorry, change substitution. Come. One.
It has been a good performance from this Candi forward pack, hasn't it, SW?
Yeah, fantastic performance. You know, when you saw the score, the team sheet, and we saw only 2-3 quarter subs, and the rest were all forwards. And
Okay, let's go.
for us to think that, you know, there's something fishy on, and certainly they really drove into the Havlocks forwards.
Spare a thought for the man just leaving the field. Azmir Fajuddin in his 100th game. It is not the result he would have wanted, but he got his try, and he has been absolutely indefatigable around the park. Scoring, tackling, carrying. And he will look back on a good performance, which I'm not sure most of his friends in the forward pack can also attest to. Bhuvaneka Udangamua, Shahid Zumri manages to get the ball away to Madhushankar, but it's not a good pass. It's another scrum penalty that is conceded by Havlocks. Not something that they've been doing much of. Jansen. That's Zumri, just didn't manage to pop that ball. But he will step up now to take the 3, settle the nerves, take a bit of a breather, and make sure they get the W. So before we started this game, SW, we had Candi on 45 points. They'll get the 5 points for the win and the 4 points for the bonus. And that'll make it 6. Takes them up to 51. And Havlocks will get sweet nothing out of this game, I'm afraid. As Zumri takes them to a 20-point margin. And that leaves a lot for CR and CH to do tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Actually, the game tomorrow between CR and CH will be the crucial one to see who gets the better of the final whistle and who's in front. That's what will matter at the CR-CH match. And everything to play for.
Absolutely is, as we bring that to you live on the Papare.com in this Maliban Rugby League. Candi now can just play for fun. Outside of the boot from Shahid Zumri, but not a lot of communication with Kavindu Pereira, who had lined up for a ball through the hands. And Danushka Ranjan.
Play on.
In fact, Suranga Koritwako, who's come on, makes an illegal tackle.
Havlocks took the quick throw-in, and Rifan came and virtually was in air. That's why he was taken off. And that's the reason he couldn't find touch.
Well, that's a big miss, isn't it? You had to wonder from the time that Samuel Madhuantha. That's a big tackle from Akash Madhushankar. Shehan Silva holding on to the ball was the big prop. And superb work from the Candi skipper over the ball there. Now they know all they need to do is stay in the right part of the pitch. And this game will be well and truly dusted.
Thank you. Let's go.
Well, we have a Swiss Tech player of the match to pick. Thought Fajuddin was really good for Havlocks, but unfortunately in a losing cause. Not many of the other Havies players have lifted their hands up. But this man
Okay, let's go. Okay.
has been in the thick of
time is
things,
off now.
created a try
Okay.
for Dina Lekanayaka, who scored 2, so he'll be in the running as well. And of course, the game management from Srinath Surya Bandara
No! 3!
will come into play as well when the Swiss Tech player of the match is considered. Dilshan Farid trundles this forward at the back of the
You're that.
Candi Mall. Zumri.
You good contest. Thank you.
Shahid Zumri still going. Jai Vikrama hanging on to him for dear life. And here's Srinath Surya Bandara dummying and going once again. Harusha Pereira managing to get just enough of a hold on Suri to prevent the run. Zumri now with a nice well-timed pass
You're that.
to the on-rushing prop. Tirina Bandara plays pivot, and here's a nice floated pass for Akash. Madhushankar just can't get it in. Yes, he can. Shahid Zumri will score. Shahid Zumri puts the icing on the cake. And they may not have baked the cake at halftime, SW, but they well and truly egged the pudding in the second half. Shahid Zumri scores a nice setup once again from Akash Madhushankar, who set up 2 tries and been rock solid in defense.
Yeah, that's right. And the taste is in the pudding as they completely dominate Havlocks.
1 minute. Yeah. 1 minute.
And with one man short, this man has been all over the park. Shahid Zumri, all he had to do was to run right across and score that try. It's a 6th Candi try.
1 more play.
I'm sure not even the hardest core Candi fans were expecting a 6-try performance
Second left.
and a 40-point,
20. Second.
20-plus point drubbing of Candi when they travelled or left Candi yesterday to travel to Colombo. But that is exactly what the defending champions have done. They've underlined their superiority against a team that competed with them up in Nittavala, that saw off Sia in superb fashion last week, but none of that has deterred this Candi side. That has shown that they are still the team to be caught.
Yeah, that's right. They were saying that, okay, we had a little bit of wobble.
10 seconds.
And are you joking? We are back. Tomorrow's game and the next weekend's games are going to be very interesting, and not much of the Havelock CH game, but tomorrow's game will determine how important the Havelock CH game will be.
Well, the Swiss Tech player of the match, quite deservingly, is the man who's played 80 minutes and controlled everything, scored a try, and managed his team across the park. Srinath Surya Bandara. Kenula Hettiarachi gives thanks to the Almighty. Bhuvaneka Udankamua hugs the captain Tarindu Chaturanga, who put in another defensive masterclass in what has been a superb performance from this Candi forward pack. Completely overshadowed their fancied rivals. Probably the best pack that was going on in this Maliban Rugby League before this game. But despite the injury to Dilshan Farid, the Candi pack has shown that they are a force to be reckoned with. In fact, our Swiss Tech player of the match, is Dina Lekanayaka for the 2 tries that he scored early on to put the game beyond the catch-up from Havlocks. That's chosen by the national selectors. The Swiss Tech player of the game. The travelling fans absolutely overjoyed. And why not? Because it has been a dominant performance against Havlocks, who have disappointed.
Yes, Anak, I know, disappointing performance by Havelock Sports Club, but Candi dominated play, and there's no doubt about it. 2 quick tries off the run of play, and that changed the complex to come back against a side like Candi. But Candi definitely has made a point today, saying that they are back and they are with 51 points, topping that. Let's see what happens tomorrow at racecourse. Everyone, just get in there to racecourse to see that game. Very important game.
All eyes on that match tomorrow on Sunday. But here at Havelock Park, it was all ifs and buts at half-time. 15 points to 10. It was a close game, anybody's game at the 40-minute mark, but a dominant second-half performance. The first commercial bank try from Srinath Surya Bandara, leading to a dominant 42 points to 17 win. And the young fans will remember this one as we look back at the last 40 minutes. Surya Bandara kicked off, and this is where S.W. Chang prophetically said that the man with the ball needs to do something, and this is exactly what he did in the 42nd minute. He's not good for 80-meter sprints anymore, but 40-meter ones he can certainly burn you. And Waingani Bao didn't make a good enough tackle on Dange for that try. And although Havlocks got one back through him just a couple of minutes later, and yeah, he has two good conversions, it wasn't enough. Here's a try of the game for me. Kavindu Pereira, cutting back infield was Dina Lekanayaka. Offloaded before contact, and a lovely little offload once again from Suri. And Heshan Jansen had to pump those tired legs, but did more than enough to get over the line. And Shahid Zumri put the final nail in the coffin, stayed in support, picked up the loose ball and strided in the tackle of Kodagoda for the final try of the evening. Well, those are the key stats. Candi Sports Club 6 tries to 2, an absolute whitewash, if you can call it that, of Havelock Sports Club that flattered to deceive in the second quarter of that game, but somehow just couldn't get their act together in the second half. 3 conversions to Candi, both tries converted by Nabil Yahya. 1 penalty for Havlocks early on, and 2 penalties to Candi. Dina Lekanayaka, who had a hand in 3 of the tries, is the man who was chosen as a Swiss Tech player of the match. But a really commanding performance by the defending champions, setting themselves up for a grand final in Nittavala if things go according to plan. Well, nice to see some foreign visitors enjoying the rugby. Obviously someone who has played a bit of rugby himself, managing to spin the ball to his right side, which is not something a lot of people can do.
Yep, that's right. I wonder whether Havlocks might sign him up for the next weekend game.
And despite this being a cup championship game, this has been a game that somehow didn't live up to its billing in terms of entertainment. That's something that Fazil Marija will be looking at. Can his team create enough? They did score a few poachers' tries, but that last try scored by Heshan Jansen would have given them some encouragement. They'll want a few more of those.
Yeah, that try went from not from 9 to 10, but it came from 10 to 9 for Jansen to finish it off. And some brilliant rugby by Candi Sports Club. And as Sanaka, I'm just waiting to see the game tomorrow, and that will take us through to talk about the ifs and the buts and everything. But tomorrow's result is going to be very, very crucial.
It's going to be an absolutely important game in the way that this cup championship has panned out. We're ready for the presentation, and our good man Dominic Keller, whose father played for Havlocks, is our compere for the evening. And Dina Lekanayaka is getting his player of the match from
the defense secretary, Sampath Tuyakonta, who played rugby. He himself is a rugby player. And Nalin De Silva and Rajiv Perra, Havlocks of president of Havelock Sports Club. And Dominic Keller, yes, his father, the late Sandy Keller, played for Havlocks and played in that cup-winning side in 1981.
He'll be a little bit disappointed, but these lads certainly won't be. Fazil Marija saying, yes, you may have won today, but the job is nowhere near complete. And you can see the rapt attention on the faces of his chargers. They know that there's plenty more work to be done. They'll enjoy tonight and be back at Nittabala tomorrow. And this is the big match that SW has been talking about. CH at home at the Racecourse Stadium to CRNFC. What is going to happen? Who is going to get closer to Candi Sports Club, who are now with a little bit of daylight between themselves and the chasing pack? Havlocks almost destined to remain in 4th position. 2 and 3 are up for grabs. What will we find out tomorrow?
Yeah, that's right. The curving kick got CH ahead of CR in the first round.
And the fixtures of week 13, the final round of the Super Round. We have Air Force taking on Police. That will be a really important clash. Might be even a precursor to the plate final. We have Navy taking on Army to try and avoid the wooden spoon. CR taking on Candi at home under lights. That's going to be an important match certainly. And then of course we have CH taking on Havlocks, which is a game which may or may not be something that's a relevant match at that point of time. We have Army who have won, we have Air Force who have won 25-12 against Army at the Army Sports Club ground in Panagoda in the other match that was conducted in the Plate Championship today. So lots to look forward to in the upcoming few days of rugby. Well, that's all from us here at thepapare.com, from our production team, from SW Chang and myself, Shana Kamarasinghe. It's goodbye for now. We'll see you tomorrow at the racecourse.
Sophistication, cutting-edge precision, and seamless support. Vantage for the modern professional.
Keep pushing the limits. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go. අසම සම ස්මර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Muscle Guard Herbal Cream. A herbal cream for rapid relief and complete healing from muscle and joint ailments. Experience rapid relief. A trusted product from Link Natural.
Pay with your phone. Pay with your smartwatch. For the first time in Sri Lanka, pay easy with GPay and Commercial Bank.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Keep sweating. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
Vantage for the modern professional.
අසම සම ස්මර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
It's the end again.
Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Drink Samahan daily to boost your immunity and stay healthy against prevailing health conditions. Samahan daily. Stay healthy.
Pay with your phone. Pay with your smartwatch. For the first time in Sri Lanka, pay easy with GPay and Commercial Bank.
දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
සිත්සත්සරය කළඹා සතුටක් ඉපදිලා මල් මන්දහසේ ජීවිතයට ලං කළා සතුටේ පැහැයන් සොයා අතුරා සිවින සරසා පන්සල එලි කළා
ලංකෙම් රුපියලක් සතුටෙන් උපන් බෑයක අසිරිය.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
අසම සම ස්මර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් Swiss Tech නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. Swiss Tech ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Every modern professional needs Vantage. For those who demand the best. Vantage for the modern professional.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
වසංගකාරී වෙනුවෙන් අද්විතීය නිමාවෙන් විශ්වාසී ආරක්ෂාවෙන්
අසම සම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125, the full option bike. Pay with your phone. Pay with your smartwatch. For the first time in Sri Lanka, pay easy with GPay and Commercial Bank.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
වසංගකාරී වෙනුවෙන් අද්විතීය නිමාවෙන් විශ්වාසී ආරක්ෂාවෙන් අසම සම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125, the full option bike.
තවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕන හොඳම තීරණය.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ යාන්ත්‍රික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව Papare සමග
Welcome back to the Papare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from the Papare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
The Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.